This is your Childhood Obesity Project. This is essentially your midterm project. It takes the place of a traditional quote-unquote midterm. This is due Tuesday, June 16th. It's worth up to 100 points. You can either work by yourself or in groups of 2 to 3. You choose who you want to work with. You should know that if you work in a group, everyone will receive the same credit, so choose your groups wisely. The objectives of this particular project are to gain an in-depth understanding of issues surrounding childhood obesity, or at least a preliminary understanding, utilize research skills and assess appropriate resources, find relevant statistical data to support your understanding of this topic, explain how the theories we covered in class apply to the issue of childhood obesity, write a paper on your findings, and then discuss the findings in class. However, you do not need to present the findings. This is not a formal presentation. This is essentially like raising your hands. If you feel uncomfortable doing that, we can always meet before class on that date. This is the write-up summary format for this project. The first sentence, or the first paragraph, that's that little signal right there. That symbol is a paragraph symbol. Write a 5-sentence summary of the project. Include the overall purpose, the results, and highlight the essential points. Summarize the following data in paragraphs 2 and 3. The first set of data is right here. And we do this mostly as a class, but if you missed this, or if you need to go back and review it, this is the second paragraph right here. Statistics on 2 to 19-year-olds, so it's age groups and ethnic groups. This is the site, the website where you find the information. Just click on that and it takes you right to the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control. Opens right to the correct web page. Then we have to figure out, how are you supposed to feed a child so that the child stays healthy? Not too much, not too little. What we're going to use to make it standardized is we're going to focus on 4 to 5-year-olds, and we're going to do 1,400 calories for a 4 to 5-year-old. So if you go to My Plate, go to that website, click on that, and look under Super Tracker and Other Tools tab, and then go to Daily Food Plans for 1,400 calories. And you'll find the amounts below for fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, dairy, sodium, and sugar. It's interesting, they don't give you a sugar count. So what you have to do is go to these two sources and read through how much sugar per day should be consumed by a 4 to 5-year-old. Now, we're talking added sugar. We're not talking, because we don't have advanced training in nutrition, we're not talking about sugar you'd find in fruit, like a natural, like a strawberry or banana, but we are talking about sugar that you might find in chocolate milk, soda, candy, stuff like that. And you also have to be careful of the amount of sugar in juices. The next step is to determine as a class how many calories should be allotted for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then 2 snacks. Mid-morning snack and a late afternoon snack. If you missed that class, just divide evenly and it makes it much easier. And then maybe 100 calories for snacks, or 50 to 100 calories for snacks. You kind of have to decide on that one on your own. Then, this is where we start to break off from the entire class, and you look at homemade meals versus fast food meals. And this is where it becomes interesting to see what the fast food industry is doing to us. So what I want you to do is plan just one day, a meal in one day for the life of a 4 to 5-year-old child, using these guidelines from My Plate. So Find kid appealing homemade meals. Now, they're not going to want broccoli for breakfast, so if you're going to use broccoli for breakfast, you better figure out a way to hide that broccoli. I'm talking about your average kid. Some kids are really picky, so that's not your average kid, and some kids, love tofu, and I'm not sure that's your average kid either, so somewhere in the middle. To help you out, there are 2 websites right here with recipes, homemade recipes that have nutritional profiles. Then what I want you to do is look at fast food meals and find 1 meal for breakfast, 1 for lunch, 1 for dinner, and find 2 snacks. Again, trying to stay within the calorie, sodium, sugar, and My Plate guidelines. Paragraph 6. Apply your theory. Use a key term from each of these theories: information processing, Bandura's theory, operant conditioning. Use 1 key term from each of those theories and describe how it applies to explain increased childhood obesity. Paragraph 7. Make a difference. What would you do to make a difference in decreasing childhood obesity? Is it even important to decrease childhood obesity? If it is, why is it important to decrease childhood obesity? Figure out a way to make a difference with the children you interact with. Past examples include a recipe book, a board game on nutrition, what actual portion sizes look like, examples of actual school lunches from wealthy school district versus poor school district, a preschool class curriculum on nutrition. Try to be creative. All you have to do is briefly describe your idea. Paragraph 8. This is the last paragraph, the reflection. What's the larger picture of this project? What did this project make you think about beyond the requested information? What will happen if we stay the same as now? What will happen if we never decrease childhood obesity? What would be different for children in the future if we do make a change? Your last page, this is your source page. Try to use sources using the APA style. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It's not that important in this 6 weeks course. This website will help you with APA styles, but at least list the sources that you used. If you have any questions, email me. I'll definitely answer them. This is the grading rubric. This is what you get graded on for each section. It's a total of 100 points. Again, if you have any questions, email me and I'll get back to you.